27 games in through season number 4 of the Golden State Warriors, MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K25. And our new look team currently sits at a record of 17-10. Episode 1, the team started off a little bit slowly as guys figure out what their roles are going to be. We had an easier schedule in the month of November, and boy, did we take advantage. We had a really good stretch of games, at one point having won 12 out of 13. And then we've dropped 2 of our last 3. And the schedule gets a little bit harder here as we go into the latter part of December. Only 2 teams ahead of us right now in the West, one of which is the Rockets. De'Aaron Fox was hooping for them earlier in the year, but he suffered an injury that's going to keep him out for most of the remainder of the year, a broken vertebrae. So, like us, they've really had to rely on balance over the last month, and they've been able to survive without him. The only guy with a higher estimated wins added than Fox is Amen Thompson. It is worth noting, though, that the former Warrior, Trace Jackson-Davis, is not only here, but he's actually playing really well. Seems like he's shooting less threes than he did with us, although he didn't even shoot that many to begin with. And then, of course, the biggest surprise in the NBA, the Utah Jazz in second place. They've already matched their win total from last year, 29 games in. The Jazz have had the worst record in the NBA in all 3 seasons of this series, but they had a big offseason, making some big trades, adding 2 picks in the top 3. We're going to play against them with our first game today. I'm excited to see these guys in game because, well, they went from the laughingstock of the West to a team who's going to be competing with us in the playoffs. They are one of the deepest teams in the league. They go 11-12 deep. I mean, their bench is stacked. Some of the top teams here, like the Wolves, the Spurs, the Thunder, they've been kind of mediocre. And then other teams like the Suns and the Sonics, who were expected to be towards the bottom, have been quite good. Out east, the Bulls have not slowed down. That draft pick has lost all its value, which obviously really sucks. I mean, Brandon Podziemski is their leading scorer. How is this happening? I've been holding on to this pick with the plan of trading it when its value is at its highest, and, well, that dream is long dead. Now, I still think we have a very valuable pick with this Clippers and Sixers pick in 2029 since it's swap best. We only need one of them to be bad. Both of those teams have been better than expected this year, so again, I would say the value of that pick has gone down since the start of the year. But as for the rest of the East, even though the Bulls have the best record, I feel like the Nets are the best team. Their point differential head and shoulders ahead of everybody else. They've done a great job of building their roster, building around Devin Booker. Boston's been a lot better. Everest McLeon has taken the mantle as their best player. The Raptors have been kind of disappointing. The Sixers have been a pleasant surprise. And then down here, 2 teams who I've been disappointed by are Milwaukee and Charlotte. And then you have the Knicks, who have been bad, and the Huskies, who have been completely abysmal. They are an embarrassment. Through 27 games, we still don't have a number 1 option, and I kind of think we might not just the entire year. I think Jonathan Kuminga's been narrowly our best player, but not by much. Salise has been heating up. Brandon Ingram's been solid. Roman Loggins-Burl is having a great year. D'Angelo Russell is really starting to play better. He's been starting over the last few games as we don't really have many true lead playmakers on our team, and I think he's done a pretty good job of doing so. We've also experimented with Roman Loggins-Burl at the point because the 2 guys we had starting at point, Salise and Stokes, neither of them are just great playmakers at this point. So let's look at this Jazz team. They are second place in the Western Conference. Obviously, they've been able to flip the entire narrative around them. And as I said, they are unbelievably deep. They've got 11 guys between an 80 and an 85 overall. The number 1 pick, Samuel Queen, has been okay. I wouldn't say he's been great, but he hasn't been bad. The 3rd pick, though, Norwood Nobles, has been terrific. He looks like the best rookie in the class. Second in the team in scoring, only behind Martin Sifa, the number 1 pick 2 years ago. The interesting thing about this Jazz team is none of their players have started every game. Everyone has come off the bench at least once. And you have guys like Devin Harper who are barely cracking the rotation, who is shooting 51% from 3. That's how good this team is. And they're fully healthy right now, so they're going into this matchup in a good spot. They've got the guard talent. It's not just Queen, but guys like Kasparas Balsavicius, the former top 5 pick. Obviously, Martin Seif is playing well. Isaiah Collier is having a good year. With your bigs and wings, the veterans, guys like Jarrett Allen and Aaron Gordon, who were added to this team in the offseason. Keegan Murray got a huge extension from this team. I had no clue why, but he's playing well. Youngster Kingsley, the second-year big man out of Georgetown, has taken a leap. So it's really collective. This entire roster has overperformed. They fit really well together. The additions of Queen, Nobles, and the veterans they added were able to be the missing pieces for this team, and they've transformed themselves from the worst team in basketball to second place in the Western Conference. So it'll be Youngster Kingsley who meets up at center court with Jabari Springer for the tip. It goes to Kingsley, and we are underway here in Utah. Samuel Queen, the number 1 pick out of the University of Florida, brings it up, averaging 8.5 points per game on questionable efficiency. He's in for the layup, though, and when we talked about him as a draft prospect, it was his ability to score inside, his efficiency as a finisher. What's most impressive, oh my goodness, Norwood Nobles going up, and away. The 3rd pick out of Minnesota with the offensive rebound and the putback slam. D'Angelo Russell fires a 3, and it's good. Having Russell's playmaking in the lineup has certainly been an advantage for us since we've moved him there. 4-3. Here's Youngster Kingsley. Turnaround jumper over Springer is good. Kingsley is a raw, athletic big man, but he's gotten better here in his second year as the lob for Kingsley is unsuccessful. Here comes the Warriors. Roman Loggins. Burrell buries the 3. He started the year on fire from deep, has come back down to earth, but is still shooting the 3 ball well, certainly better than he did last year. Catch and shoot 3. Aaron Gordon rattles out, but Youngster Kingsley is there with the putback dunk over Jabari Springer, and it's 8-6. Queen inside for Kingsley has the mismatch with Roman Loggins Burrell, and he takes him to the factory. Not a whole lot Roman could have done there. I mean, I guess he could have stood in front of him, but I guess Loggins Burrell decided to take a business decision there rather than getting dunked on, allowing the 2 easy points. Warriors in transition. Here is Jabari Springer. Sends it to Loggins Burrell. Top of the key. Long 2 is good. And Rolog has 5. Knotted up at 10. Low scoring start. Nobles matched up with Ingram. Nobles in isolation. Tries to get the littlest bit of space. And he is in with the left-handed layup as it's 12-10. Here is Springer with it. Sends it out. Jonathan Kuminga. Pump fake on the drive. Layup is good. Both teams have made some nice plays around the basket today as we are tied at 12. Here is Nobles with it again. Has a step on Ingram. Euro step showing off the bag work. I did not know he had that in his arsenal. He was the projected number 1 pick for most of the year, showing teams why he should have been the number 1 pick all along. Although he ended up with the team with the number 1 pick, so I guess it kind of worked out. Pull-up jumper by Martin Sifa. The Jazz had him starting for most of the year, but he has come off the bench over the last couple of games, experimenting with his role. Jonathan Kuminga hits the right corner 3. That'll put the Warriors on top, 17-16. Here's Norwood Nobles with it on the drive. Layup is good, and Norwood already has 8 points. The rookie out of Minnesota puts the Jazz back ahead. Nice drive by Ingram. In for the foul, and 1. He had a step on Nobles as soon as he had the ball. A rookie mistake. Norwood Nobles may look perfect, but he's not quite. Nearly loses the ball, gets it back, passes out of the double. Jared Allen spins around Ingram, and he is in for the layup. Loggins Burrell tries to send it in. It is no good. Allen with the rebound. He finds Martin Sifa. Matched up with his French counterpart, Antoine Salis, in the corner for Isaiah Collier, who hits the 3. It's now a 5-point lead for the Jazz. Make it a 3-point lead, 27-24. Loggins Burrell under a minute left in the first quarter. Around the screen. Pops the 3. It rattles in. Roman doing a little bit of everything so far. 8-2-2. And we are tied in the final 30 seconds of the quarter. Allen has it stripped away and stolen by Adembona. Here's Salis in the corner. Kuminga for 3. It's good. Double figures for Jonathan Kuminga. He's got 10. 30-27. Waning seconds of the quarter. Balsavicius sends it out. Murray for the tie. 30 apiece. The Warriors are going to have just a little bit of time, around 6 seconds, for one more shot. It's in the hands of Antoine Salis. Salis, pull-up jumper is no good. That'll wrap up an exciting first quarter. Both offenses started off slow, but really picked it up as we are tied at 30. Kuminga leads the way with 10. Loggins Burrell with 8. Norwood Nobles has been the star of the show for the Jazz, meanwhile, as Salis is in with the drive. Solid defense by Balsavicius, but Antoine Salis is in for the layup. Collier is doubled. Someone's got to be open. Balsavicius out to Murray. Keegan hits the three. And Threegan Murray puts the Jazz on top, 35-34. Here's Isaiah Collier. Tries to lob it up for Allen. It's, I think, tipped barely by Edey. Here is Springer out to D'Angelo Russell. Russell looking for the screen from Edey. Russell gets around it. Lawn 2 is good. It's been a busy start for D'Lo, as he's now got 7, and the Jazz call time down by 1. Make it up by 1. Collier inside. Kingsley, no good. He's been dunking everything tonight. I don't know why he went for the soft layup. Springer, Kuminga from the parking lot. It's good. 13 points now for Jonathan Kuminga. He is hooping. And right as I'm gassing him up, he misses the free throw as it rattles out. Here comes Utah. Nobles inside. Martin Sifa. Layup is good. Nice play there in transition off the missed free throw, as it's 43-42. Neither team really having any form of control on this lead. Queen around the screen for 3. There's some of the shot-making upside he showed as a sophomore last year at Florida. 4-point game. That one is no good, off the mark by Brandon Ingram. And here comes Utah. Keegan Murray brings it up. Drives by the defender, and he is in for the slam. Adembona was way too flat-footed there. He's got to react quicker and not let Keegan Murray make the easy play. Nobles jumper around Bona again. Adembona is usually a great defender. This is unlike him. Jazz up by 8. Golden State will call a timeout. The offense was great at the end of the first quarter. Only 12 so far here in the second. There's a nice play, though, by Springer. Off-balanced. Hurls it up and in. 50-44. Adembona with it on the drive. Outruns Allen, and he is in for the layup. Looking like a guard there, as it's a 4-point game. Way to respond off of the timeout. Cut into this lead. Allen, dribble handoff. Murray slides into the corner for Norwood Nobles, who hits the 3. Good ball movement there by Utah. Poetry in motion. 3 is off the mark by Murray. Ball is tipped nearly into the hoop by Adembona, who is not having a good first half. Loggins-Burl to Ingram, back to Roman. Little 2-man action here. And we see the mismatch. Loggins-Burl with Jared Allen. That's barbecue chicken. And a little mayo on the side as he is in for the layup. I mean, who would eat mayo with barbecue chicken? That was such a bad example. It is 3:46 in the morning. You can tell that my jokes do not make sense. In transition, Brandon Ingram hits the 3. We are tied at 53 off the turnover. Good steal by Loggins-Burl on the other end. Knotted up. Here's Nobles. It's blocked. Snuffed at the rim by Adembona. Here is Jabari Springer on the drive. Takes it himself. Looked like Queen tried to draw the charge. It honestly looked like from this angle the feet may have been set, but they don't give him the call. Warriors up. Sifa trapped inside. Gets around the trap. Layup counted and a foul. And 1. 1-point lead now for Utah in the final seconds of the first half. Salis on the drive, gets it to Loggins-Burl. Nice move at the buzzer, and he misses! He did all that just to have a wide open look at the basket. That was a 2-footer, and he misses it, and that'll keep the Jazz ahead 56-55. This is an NBA Cup game, by the way. As I mentioned earlier in the year, the NBA Cup is all kind of messed up with the 2 expansion teams, but it does count for the in-season tournament. Norwood Nobles leads the Jazz with 15, Loggins-Burl with 10, although he had that embarrassing play at the end of the first half. To start the third quarter, Russell looking to get by Queen, slices and dices his way inside for the layup. Martin Sifa, no good, nice rebound by Queen. Cannot be letting the point guard grab offensive rebounds. Nobles around the screen, right side, layup is good. I mean, he is an acrobat inside. He's built like this husky power forward. He's able to slither and slide his way inside like a guard. Off the miss, nice rebound and put back by Jabari Springer. His first rebound of the game. He does have 6 points though and 4 dimes. 59-58 around the screen. Nobles on the drive, throws up a layup, it's good. Flex on him, young man. You've earned it. Okay, I take it back. He misses the 3 throw. Kuminga with the rebound. Quick pass. Salis with the release. He connects on the 3. Good job in transition. Off the miss. Another missed 3 throw here by Nobles. Here is Loggins-Burl with it. Warriors go a little slower, but Roman's in for the slam. Can't afford to miss your 3 throws. The Jazz have struggled today at the line, and it has costed them on their last 2 trips down the floor. Off the miss, Loggins-Burl with the pass by Salis on the drive. He's doubled. Springer throws up a 3, and it's good. Quick contest by Nobles. It was a good defensive play, but sometimes all you can do is tip your cap and admire even better offense. 67-61. Queen around the screen. Inside. Kingsley posters Zach Edey. It is not easy to dunk on someone who is 7'5", and Kingsley isn't even that tall for a 5. I think he's around 6'10". Salis with the acrobatic layup. I thought he was going to go for the dunk. It looked like Kingsley may have had a chance to block it, so Salis does a great job of maneuvering the ball out of the way as he's in for the layup. 69-63. Salis pokes it and steals it from Queen. Lobs it up. Showtime! The reverse slam for Roman Loggins-Burrell off the steal and assist by Salis. Golden State starting to build up a lead here. It was neck and neck in the first half, but we're really starting to play better. Queen for 3, no good. Oh my goodness gracious! Youngster Kingsley is unbelievable. Must-watch television. Get him in the dunk contest immediately. Loggins-Burrell passes out of the double to Salis for 3. That was a savvy play by the two of them. Loggins-Burrell dribbles into the double to where Salis can get all that space. Salis on the drive. Acrobatic layup is good. Salis was quiet in the first half, but he has been very good here in the third quarter now with 16 points. 79-73. Collier on the drive. He's blocked. Adambona with the snuff. Salis with the rebound down to Ingram. Ingram looks to drive in, but he's matched up with Sifa, who's a really good defender. So instead, he'll go for the fadeaway in isolation. He probably should have passed it out. Was not a great shot to take, but it went in. What a play there inside by guess who? Norwood Noble. Send him to the circus. The way he's making acrobatic plays as he tips his own rebound to himself, passes it out to Martin Sifa for 3, and we are within 1 score. Norwood Nobles is single-handedly keeping the Jazz in this game. 5-point lead. Ingram around the screen. Throws up a 3. It's good. 17 points for Brandon Ingram. 10-point game. Here is Russell with it. Under 30 to go in the quarter. Russell, long 2. That one is good. He's been productive today with 13 points. Isaiah Collier would be fouled going to the line, making 1 of 2. Another miss for the Jazz. Warriors will get the last shot. It's Loggins-Burrell out to Russell. Bang! D'Angelo Russell beats the buzzer. Fires the top of the key 3. We were just up by 3 a minute ago. But the Warriors since then have gone on an ultra-impressive 14-1 run. We're up by 16, and we're not done! Mama! There goes that man! Jonathan Kuminga caught a body. Samuel Queen, welcome to the NBA, kid. Here is Nobles matched up with his fellow rookie, Osborne Outeridge. Makes the layup, draws the foul, and 1. Ball is tipped into the hands of Russell. Step back 3. That was a heat check shot, but it's no good. Queen with the board. He swings it out. Norwood Nobles makes another one. He's got to be pushing 30 at this point. He has been the best player on the floor tonight as a rookie. Here is Salis. Step back. He says, what you can do, I can do better. 21 points for Salis. He has really shot the ball well over the last few weeks, and he's done it at a higher volume. Little pick and pop action. Nobles, another one. We are within 12. That's a 30-piece for Nobles. He's got 9 in the fourth. 100-88. Nice pass. Russell, double. Edey, inside. No good. Gets his own miss and makes the putback. Excellent ball movement there. Starting from Springer on the left wing to Russell. Out to Edey, who gets his own miss. 14-point game. There's Collier. Oh, my goodness. That was a close one. He wanted all of Zach Edey there. Would only make 1 at the line, though, as Salis misses the 3. Not only do these Jazz players have incredible dunking ability, but they are not afraid to test Zach Edey. Collier loses it. It's stolen by Ingram. In transition, swings it left. That is not who we were trying to pass it to. It's intercepted. We nearly steal it back, though. Sifa in the corner. Isaiah Collier. Long 2 on the line is good. And an ugly offensive sequence ends with 2 points for the Utah Jazz. 92-91. Here's D'Lo trying to run around Collier in the corner. Ingram for 3. It's good! It is a 14-point lead now for the Warriors. Here is Collier. Tries to get around the screen. Pops the 3. No good. Kingsley rebound and the putback. Youngster Kingsley is a beast. He has been so much fun to watch today. Off the miss, ball is tipped into the hands of Norwood Nobles. He gets it to Martin Sifa. Sifa inside. Kingsley open lane. Too easy. Trying to keep the Jazz in it. We are within 10. Under 4.5 to go. Loggins-Burl gets the screen. Matched up with Devin Harper, who's finally in the game. Nice little slip in for the layup. Roman doing a little bit of everything, per usual. 16, 6, and 5. Kuminga misses the layup. Ball is tipped into the hands of Loggins-Burl. Thought about the shot, won't take. Instead, the Warriors reset the possession, and Brandon Ingram finishes with the contested mid-ranger. He now has 22. Utah is hanging on for dear life at this point, down by 14. Queen inside, no good. Rebound by Bona, his 9th. Warriors look to move up the floor quickly, a couple shots away from finishing the deal. Saylis contested 3, no good. Rebounded by Queen, and here comes the Jazz. Looking to get something fast. That one is stripped away. Kingsley gets it back. His shot is off the mark. Bona with the rebound, and Kingsley is on the ground in pain. An unfortunate sight to see for the Jazz with how good he has been. 5-on-4 for Golden State. Kingsley back on the other end of the floor as Kuminga misses the wide open 3. I have no clue how we didn't score on that possession. Gross. Kingsley taken out of the game. Golden State looking for 1 or 2 more baskets to finish off the job. D'Angelo Russell around the screen. Stutter step 3 is good. D'Lo connects from beyond the arc. 17-point game with under 1.5 minutes to go. Back to D'Angelo Russell. He's got 19 points. Around the screen, looks to beat the shot clock. Layup is good. What a play there by D'Angelo Russell. That is all she wrote. 116-97. A very strong win by the Warriors. Score doesn't tell the full story, though. We were down going into half, but the defense only allowed 41 points after the break. The Jazz offense really struggled in that second half. They did not get much going, and we were able to overpower them down the stretch. Sometimes a young team like that is going to fall to, I guess, a more experienced team. I mean, we're super young as well, but, I mean, this group also was a game away from the finals. Very balanced approach, per usual. 5 guys with at least 16. Those 5 really were taking all the shots for us. It was the 3 healthy guards, and then obviously Ingram and Kuminga. Saylis with 23, shot the ball well from the field. Ingram with 22. His shot selection really wasn't great, but he made them. 21 for D'Lo. He shot the ball well. Kuminga with 18. Busy game for Loggins-Burl. Neither of them shot it well. I want to give a shout out to Jabari Springer, though. He's doing all the little things. Had 9, 6, and 5 in this game. He is very underrated as a playmaker. He's done a great job in that regard this year. He's playing awesome defense. He's having a quietly really good year. As for Utah, 30-piece for Norwood Nobles, 19 and 10 for Kingsley with about 12 dunks. Luckily, his injury is not going to be too severe. 16 points on 16 shots for Martin Sifa, and then otherwise nobody was that impressive. The guards really were not great. They certainly didn't shoot it well. Queen, 4 of 15. Collier, 2 for 10. The perimeter defense was fantastic, even without our best perimeter defender, Kajai Stokes, in the game. So a good win on the road against a contender in the West. We're going to simulate up to Christmas against Minnesota. So we've got 3 games. We're going to play Boston with Everest McLeon, who's playing really well. He's been better than Tatum and Brown this year. And then we play the Clippers twice. It feels like we played the Clippers like 12 times this year. We played them last episode. We play them again next episode. We've got them twice here as we get offered a trade here from the Magic. I don't think I'm trading Antoine Saylis. Unfortunately, Jonathan Kuminga bruised his heel against the Celtics. He will be out for a week or 2 and will miss the Christmas game, which kind of sucks. Jabari Springer will move into the starting lineup. So we've been pretty healthy throughout the year, but we're starting to get a little dinged up. Luckily, Kajai Stokes is back. He'll be healthy for Christmas as we beat the Clippers twice. Season high 36 for Saylis, who's shooting the ball so well right now. 64.5% true shooting. No wonder the Magic wanted to get him. Started off slow, but he averaged 19 in November, 21.5 so far through 9 games in December. I was curious maybe his play is based on how he's starting or coming off the bench, but not really. We beat the Clippers again, much more balanced here. We had 8 guys in the double figures. We did lose to Boston, though. Rough showing for the offense. Everybody shot the 3-ball poorly. 3 for 16 for Ingram, 7 of 32 from deep. McLeon was hooping. He had 29 and 10. Nobody else on offense for either team, though, was any good. So that sets us up for our matchup against Minnesota. I want to have both Stokes and Loggins-Burl start here. They have a very explosive, dynamic scoring backcourt with Anthony Edwards and Rob Dillingham. And I think prioritizing minutes for those 2 guys makes the most sense in terms of stopping the dynamic duo. The Wolves have had a solid year, 17 and 13. A little bit disappointing as they are in 7th place, but the West is very competitive. Anthony Edwards has been quite good this year. Maybe not as high of numbers as he had earlier in the year, but look at the efficiency. 67% true shooting percentage, 56% from the field. Rob Dillingham, meanwhile, is playing quite well, too. Here in year 4, he is averaging 21.6 points per game. He'll be in line for a big deal this offseason. The Wolves obviously added Kristaps Porzingis in the offseason, pairing him with Cat, Amir Brooks, and KJ Jeffries. It's not an overly deep team, though. That's the one issue with this Minnesota squad, and I guess part of the reason why they're only in 7th place right now. Of course, it's always an honor to play on NBA Christmas Day. I'm honestly a little surprised they gave us a Christmas game. I get we were a game away from the finals last year, but to the casual fan, we also have a lot of younger names who they might not know. Regardless, these guys deserve this opportunity given how well they've played this year. Steve Kerr, of course, leading the charge once again, getting very close to his 700th career win. So it'll be Kristaps Porzingis and Adem Bona. At the tip, it goes to Tingus Pangus. And we are underway. Merry Christmas, even though it's like March in real life. 2-0 lead. Here is Stokes with it. Sends it in the corner. Loggins-Burrell for 3 is good. Good to have Kajai Stokes back and healthy as the Warriors start this game up by 1. KJ Jeffries, former second rounder out of Oregon, with a nice move by Ingram, and makes the layup despite the extended arm of Adem Bona. Wolves now up 4-3. Here is Kajai Stokes, looking to get around the screen from Bona with room. Why not let it fly? Stokes is shooting around 43% from deep this year. I mean, his three-point shot has come along so much from his rookie year to now. Bona strips it away from Porzingis on the other end. Transition offense. Quick 3 for Loggins-Burrell, and the Warriors have made 3-pointers on each of their first 3 possessions of the game. Loggins-Burrell's got 6. Quick start for the Warriors offense. Minnesota looks to retaliate, and they do. Karl-Anthony Towns from beyond the arc. It's 11-9. Stokes sends it out. Springer, another 3. No good, but he is fouled. Number 1 rule of defense. You should know better, Carl. Don't foul the jump shooter. Jabari Springer quietly is a ridiculously good three-throw shooter. He's at like 92% this year because he ends up making all 3. Does allow the 3, though, to Karl-Anthony Towns, and it's 14-12. Stokes on the drive in the corner. Brandon Ingram open 3 is good. Already 3 assists for Stokes. That surpasses his season average. Edwards, triple, no good. I think Loggins-Burrell's defended him really well early. On the other end, Springer. Pump fake, swings it over to Loggins-Burrell, who's got 8 already. Loggins-Burrell playing great on both ends of the floor. He so far has been up for the task, guarding Anthony Edwards on national television. Towns gets around B.I. He sends it home, and the lead is back within 1. 17-16. Ingram on the drive, layup, rolls out. That was an unlucky play. Here comes Minnesota. Both offenses playing really well early in this game as Rob Dillingham hits the 3. And that'll make it 19-17. Here's Loggins-Burrell. Sends it over to Adem Bona. No good. Grabs his own miss and will look to reset the possession. Kajai Stokes with it. Drives right. Gets it over to Loggins-Burrell. Looking to call for isolation with the smaller defender in Dillingham. Loggins-Burrell tries to run around him. Late layup is good. Double figures for Roman Loggins-Burrell. We are tied at 19. Dillingham sends it over to Porzingis. He's got Edwards for 3. There's a nice response from Ant-Man, who has not played well so far. Looking to change that here. Springer on the drive. No good. Gets his own miss. Pump fake. Reverse layup is good. Nice play there by Jabari off of his own offensive rebound. 23-22. Here is Ingram looking to get around the screen from Springer. On the drive, pick and roll. Springer makes the layup. He's now got 7. Quick, efficient start, per usual, for Jabari Springer. Jeffries on the drive. Layup is good. Nice play there by KJ Jeffries. And the Warriors call timeout. Up by 1. Late in the first with a little over 2 minutes. Terrence Shannon Jr. goes up, and away. Nice slam there by Shannon in his 4th year at the University of Illinois. 28-27 now. Cole Anthony, guarded by D'Lo, inside for Porzingis, matched up with Edey. One of the few guys in the league who size-wise can compare a little bit to Edey, as it's a 3-point game. D'Lo in the corner, 3 no good. Rebound by Josh Okogie, former first-rounder a handful of years ago by Minnesota. Back on the Wolves as he dishes it inside for Amir Brooks. who's in for the slam. Brooks has done a great job as the third big, essentially behind Cat and Porzingis. Here is Edey over Porzingis. That one is good. With Zach Edey's size, even a guy like Porzingis can't really contest him. 3-point game. Warriors try to bait Shannon into a bad shot. Problem is, it wasn't a bad shot, and it rattles in. 6-point lead now for the Wolves. Warriors will get the last look with around 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Salis gets it, pulls up from half, and it is no good. I feel like we fumbled the final 15 seconds there of that first quarter. Should be a 3-point game. Instead, the Wolves are up by 6. Both offenses, Minnesota in particular, playing really well, although Anthony Edwards has been quiet. Only 5 points so far. Wow, what a move! Saddiq Bey in for the layup. He's had a strong month of December after a poor start to the year. Bey, fadeaway three is good! Saddiq Bey with the tray. He's got 5 off the miss. Porzingis no good. Ball is tipped into the hands of Edey. Here comes the Warriors. Inside ball is tipped for Osborne Outeridge, and the rookie from Kansas makes the layup. Golden State ahead 37-35. Here is Porzingis. He gets it over to Rob Dillingham. Dillingham on the drive. He's doubled. Doesn't matter. Takes it himself into the layup, and we are knotted up at 37 apiece. Dillingham gets it over to Josh Okogie on the drive. Layup is tipped in. Osborne Outeridge flattens the ball off the rim. It's a goaltend. 2-point game. Stokes, pump fake, fools Anthony. He is up and in with the layup. It's been a productive offensive start for Stokes. Hasn't been the most efficient, but I've been impressed with the playmaking today. Around the screen, Dillingham for the lead. It's good. With an off night for Anthony Edwards, Rob Dillingham, who started the game kind of slow, has really gotten going. Ball is tipped. Minnesota keeps it. Edwards gets by Stokes and throws it down. Stokes was too focused on playing for the ball. He didn't keep the man in front of him. Rare defensive miscue by the second-year guard from Marquette. Step back midi is good. Nice shot by Antoine Salis. 44-41. Here's Towns on the drive. Dishes to Porzingis. Pump fake in the corner. Anthony Dillingham for 3. No good. Excellent ball movement, but they bricked the shot. Here is Salis with it off the pass by Springer. Reverse layup is good. Nice play there by Antoine. He's got 6. 44-43. Edwards pull-up triple is good. Edwards and Loggins-Burrell back off the bench. Ant-Man trying to make it count. 47-43. Here is Salis. Matched up with Towns. You know the saying, barbecue chicken. All the way in for the easy dunk. 47-45 now. Here is Edwards in the right corner. Around the screen is Terrence Shannon. He hits the 3, and Minnesota's back up by 5. 50-45, 4.5 to go in the first half. Salis on the drive, sends it for Saddiq the Freak. It's been an impressive second quarter for Saddiq Bey. He's got 7. One-score game again. Around the screen, Dillingham over Salis, no good. Adembona with the rebound. Here comes Golden State. Springer's got Salis, fires a quick 3. He's in the double figures with 11. We're tied at 50. Golden State making some nice plays in this episode in transition. Dillingham out to Edwards, open 3. Loggins-Burrell was so focused on helping with Dillingham, who was driving, that Edwards is left wide open. Off the miss, second chance effort, no good for Amir Brooks. Here's Loggins-Burrell out to Ingram, only 3 points today. Looking to change that here as he is in for the slam. The Warriors certainly need more from him as it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Here is Loggins-Burrell around the screen for 3. Yes, it's good. 14 points for Roman Loggins-Burrell. We're really seeing the flashes of stardom with him here in his second year. Crossover, gets by Edwards, layup is good. He is not backing down from arguably the best 2-guard in the NBA, outplaying Edwards on both ends of the floor. 58-57, under a minute and a half. Edwards around the screen for 3. Maybe I shouldn't have insulted him earlier, as the Wolves are back up by 2. Ingram on the drive, and no good. Takes an unlucky bounce. Here comes the Wolves. It's Jeffries with the rebound. KJ Jeffries out to Edwards, matched up with Loggins-Burrell, the matchup of the day. Edwards takes his time, doesn't want to shoot on Roman, I don't blame him. So he'll go for the post-up, and Amir Brooks eventually ends the possession with 2 points. 62-58 now. Golden State likely to get the last shot, down by 4. Here is D'Lo, scoreless today. He hasn't even put up a stat. He's just been a professional brick launcher. He finds Loggins-Burrell. Going to have to do something quickly with 6 seconds. Around the screen. Roman Loggins-Burrell inside. Dishes it for Edey. Layup is no good. And that will wrap up the first half. He put it back in the second time, but it was after the buzzer sounded. 62-58. We've got a good one. Minnesota currently on top of Golden State. Neither team has really been able to hold consistent momentum or the lead. Edwards with 16. Loggins-Burrell with a much more efficient 16. I imagine we're going to see these two continue to duke it out here in the next 20 minutes of this ball game. 62-58 into the third. Ingram looking for the screen from Adem Bona. Finds space, lets it fire from beyond the arc. He only had 5 points in the first half. Certainly looking for more out of him. Springer has Loggins-Burrell inside. Layup is good. Roman Loggins-Burrell has been the best player on the floor tonight. He has been really impressive as a scorer. He's been good. Defensively, Edwards has 16, but he hasn't shot the ball well. Towns no good. What a putback. KJ Jeffries is in for the powerful slam for the lead. Springer could have had a nice shot. Passes it out. Nice ball movement. But the Warriors won't score. Stokes misses. Both him and Loggins-Burrell had a chance for the rebound, though. I feel like one of them could have made the play. And then on the other end, good job by Jeffries, showing off his ability to handle the rock, drive inside, and finish through contact. 67-63, Warriors call time. Not a great start, especially offensively in the third quarter. Here's a nice step back for Brandon Ingram. When in doubt, just give Brandon Ingram like the worst shot you can think of, because he's probably going to make it. Tough shot maker, which is also code for bad shot diet. As Anthony Edwards hits the top of the key, 3 5-point game. Dillingham inside, no good. Nice defense by Kajai Stokes. He's got Salis with it. Over to Edey. Briefly thought about the 3, but instead he goes in for the slam. Nice play there by Zach Edey, showing off his speed. Normally it's lack of speed, but not that time. Off the miss, Warriors can take the lead. Here is Springer, 7, 7, and 4 in the corner. Salis for 3. 72-70, Golden State now finds themselves ahead. A little bit under halfway through the third. Dillingham on the drive. Nice move at the top of the key. Has the open lane. We're tied at 72. Dillingham with it in the corner. Edwards, big 3. Big make! I feel like the Wolves have magnets in their rims. They've gotten some really lucky bounces today. 72-75, Dillingham, layup, count it, and a foul. Huge and 1. Called against Zach Edey as the Wolves are now building their lead. Basically deja vu, but the opposite of the last game versus the Jazz. Off the miss, outer edge rebound. Here is Bona on the drive. That one is good, and the lead is within 5. Warriors starting to play a little bit better. Here is Terrence Shannon now with it on the drive. Throws it up and in. Lucky play for TSJ. He's got 15. He's been their top bench scorer tonight. Ingram gets it to Russell under a minute in the third. Pump fake. D'Lo tries to slip it in. He cannot. It's been a tough day in the office. He is loading nowhere. Just 2 points. 1 of 8 shooting. As the 3 is no good by Edwards. He was open. Got a good look there on the other end. Ingram, quick 3. Rattles out. I feel like the Warriors' shot selection in this game has been kind of spotty, especially here in the third. A big reason why Minnesota's brought the lead up to 10. Another reason, though, is that Anthony Edwards has finally shown up to the arena. Hits the 3, and the Warriors will get the last shot with 10 seconds to go. Down by 10. Maybe D'Lo's not the guy we want with the ball. He gets to the outer edge. Over to Stokes. He's going to have to throw it up. Stokes at the buzzer. Bang! What a shot by Kajai Stokes. Fading left wing 3. Nobody was getting open the entire possession, but he nails it. And that's a big play for us looking at the complexion of this game. We needed to get a momentum boost. Down by 7 with a rough end of the third. Off the miss by Shannon. Springer on the drive with the slam. 9, 7, and 5. He's definitely on double-double watch. Maybe triple-double is a little bit aspirational as he swings it for Loggins-Burrell, who hits the 3. 8-0 run for Golden State. Since the buzzer beater by Stokes, we are within 2. Off the miss, Bona the rebound out to Springer. Springer drives right, gets it to Salis. Salis floats it up and in. We are tied at 90. 10 unanswered by Golden State. And Springer's officially on triple-double watch, now with 7 assists. His career high is 8. Tied at 90. Anthony inside. Amir Brooks. Layup is good. Minnesota back ahead. 92-90. Okogie brings it up with 7 to go in the corner. Cole Anthony matched up with Springer. He has an open man for three. It is good. Robert Dillingham looking shifty. 95-92. Springer with the rebound is ninth. Matched up with Edwards, trying to post up on him. Gets it for Loggins-Burrell in isolation. Way too easy with Porzingis. He's got 23. 8th assist of the game, meanwhile, for Springer. 95-94. Dillingham, no. Springer, the rebound, his 10th, a double-double. His first of the year. He had 3 last year. St. Louis for 3! Here's his 9th assist of the game. Warriors up now with 5 minutes to go as it's intercepted by Antoine St. Louis. He finds Ingram out to Springer. Springer swings it for Loggins-Burrell. Matchup with Porzingis again as he makes the layup and is up to 25. As for Jabari Springer, that is a triple-double. 11, 10, and 10. First triple-double of his career, passing his career high in assists. An exciting moment for the youngster. Off the miss by Loggins-Burrell, Wolves can make it a one-score game. Jeffries, wide open pass for Amir Brooks, who gets the dunk. 2-point game. Springer, step back three, won't go. He hasn't missed many shots today. I think that's just his second miss of the game. Edwards inside, Tingus, Pingus, layup, and one. Free throw can put them ahead. It's Springer with the foul, his second. Warriors would regain the lead, though, as Edwards misses the three with 3.5 to go. Here comes Golden State. Here is Ingram. Pull-up jumper is good. Assist number 11 for Jabari Springer, and it's a 3-point lead with a little over 3 to go. Edwards matched up with Roman Loggins-Burrell, drives in, takes the layup. We are within 1. Edwards has been better in the second half. I still give Roman a lot of credit, but Edwards has looked more like himself as a scorer, at least in terms of his efficiency. Off the miss, Minnesota can take the lead. Dillingham completely mistimes to the lob, so much so that it still bounces right into Porzingis' hands. It was such a bad pass that it was good. Wolves now up by 1, 104-103. Loggins-Burrell out to Ingram. Corner three is good. Ingram has been shooting blanks in this fourth quarter. He needed that one to go down, and obviously with where we are in this game, that's a huge shot. Tied at 106. Here is St. Louis, a little over 2 to go. Hands it off for Springer. Pump fake. Layup. No good! Jabari's been so good today. First career triple-double. I get he had a defender near him, but you've got to make that layup. Edwards, trapped. Loggins-Burrell to Towns. Bang! Karl Anthony Towns for 3 and the lead. 109-106. Less than 2 minutes to go. Nice pass. Good cut by St. Louis. Both defenders kind of expected Springer to drive. They both then followed him. As the open three is no good for Loggins-Burrell. That's a big miss. Would have put us up by 1. That was our chance on the other end. Jumper is good, and it is a 3-point game off the make by Rob Dillingham. 111-108. Springer, post up. Second time is the charm. Roman Loggins-Burrell ties it at 111 with under a minute to go. Warriors can now take the lead. St. Louis has the mismatch with Porzingis, and he has 5 fouls. He's going to try to be careful here. So because of that, we're going to try to draw the foul. Problem is he went into a jump shot motion for whatever reason and missed it. Well, that play didn't go to plan. He could have just gone for the layup and putting us ahead on the other end. Towns up and in. Wolves up by 2. Warriors are going to call a timeout. We're going to bring our 5 best scorers into the game here with 28.3 seconds. I certainly don't love that we're out of timeouts. Feels like we've got to do something here. Stokes, Loggins-Burrell, and St. Louis as the backcourt. Ingram at the 4, Springer at the 5. I want the 5 at the top of the key. I want Jabari Springer to get the ball and make the decisions for us. This whole point Springer strategy is really working out. Maybe he was our long-lost point guard all along. On the baseline to inbound it is Brandon Ingram. Down by 2, he gets it over to Jabari Springer. And the Warriors are going to start with a slow approach. Matched up with Porzingis. I'm curious to see if Springer tries to blow by him in isolation. He is a little bit faster. 13 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists as the shot clock sits at 8. Springer's got to decide to do something with 5 to go. Is someone getting open? It's St. Louis. Around the screen. Long 2. No good for the tie, and we've got a foul. Only 3.4 seconds. We used the entire length of the shot clock. That's a killer for us. Not only that, but Minnesota was not in the bonus, which also hurts us as well. We're going to have to get another foul in off the inbound. So it'll be Towns who inbounds it for the Wolves. He gets it to Edwards, back to Towns. We got a foul! Foul! Finally! With 9/10 of the second. Feels like it might be a lost cause at this point, especially without any timeouts. Dillingham's first is good. Second make would officially ice it for good, and Rob Dillingham sinks them both. We're going to have to throw it up from half court as long as Minnesota doesn't foul. It will not matter. The Wolves come from behind and win on Christmas. 115-111. Santa delivered Warriors fans coal in their stockings and clearly nothing else. He definitely did not give them a nice win. I guess the people of Minneapolis must have made some really nice milk and cookies because Santa was able to deliver the great wish of a Minnesota Christmas win to the 12 Timberwolves fans under the age of 7 years old. As we take a look at our scores around the league, I apologize to my Minnesota people for the stray. 28, 8-4 for Roman. He played out of his mind. Shot the ball well, defended really well against Ant-Man. 21 for Salise, 15 for Ingram, and then the triple-double for Jabari Springer. He was awesome. Stokes also filled up the stat sheet, 10, 6, and 6, and then D'Lo, 1 for 8. That is not good. Ant-Man at 31, Dillingham at 26, but neither of them shot the ball very well. Our backcourt defense was really good today. Loggins, Burl in particular in this game. I thought their bigs were effective despite being in foul trouble. And then big shots from Shannon and Jeffries, a big reason why Minnesota was able to win this game. So we'll simulate our next 5. We've got the Hornets, the Nuggets, the Thunder, and the Raptors twice. It's a challenging group, but all 4 of those teams have underperformed this year. Zach Edey, twisted ankle. He'll be out for a week or two as we get offered this trade from the Bulls. I think I'm good. I would rather hold on to Brandon Ingram. Let's make the Bulls even more good. Right knee tendonitis for Loggins Burl during that last game against the Raptors. He'll be out 6 to 8 weeks. That's a bummer. He's playing really well right now. We are going to miss him in the lineup, and we're going to have to bring Kuminga back a little early, although he is fully healthy now, so it's fine. We end up going 2-3 and drop to 7th. Very competitive Western Conference, as you can see. We're only 3.5 games back out of first, but everybody's jumbled together. The big dogs are starting to really eat. The Spurs have won 9 of 10. The Thunder have won 7 in a row. The Wolves have won 5 in a row. The contenders are playing better. 32-11 for Kajai Stokes against the Hornets. Salise played well in that game. He played really well during this stretch, including a 30-piece against the Raptors. Loggins Burl was playing really well too before he got injured. The timing of that, obviously not ideal, coming off a strong month of December. And then Springer, nearly another triple-double, 17, 9, and 8. With his extended minutes, he's been balling as of recent. Played really well during this 5-game stretch. Had another game with 21, 9, and I think 7 assists, averaging 12, 6.5, and 5 in December. 19, 6.5, and 7 in January. Once everybody's healthy, he's not losing his minutes. He is playing so well. The awards races are up. We have nobody in the running for anything, which I guess makes sense, other than maybe Loggins Burl or Springer for most improved. And, well, now Loggins Burl is going to be out for 2 months, so that's probably not going to happen. The goal for the next episode will be a prospect profile, our first of the year. At least that's the plan. And then we're going to simulate through parts of January. The schedule clears up. Game against Indiana is going to be tough, but hopefully we can take advantage of an easier schedule and climb back out of 7th in the West. That'll wrap up the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.